Sorry about that. Once I get confirmation that this setup is working, then I'll start. Alright, so it looks like everything's working properly. So I guess we'll go ahead and start. Let's see. Alright, so first off, just a small introduction. My name is Rosie Lee Tinkersprocket, the greatest, tiniest, cutest baker this side of the Broken Isles. Say what? Oh, God bless Derber, you can see me. Alright, so tonight I'm actually going to bring you a closer look at my in-game family, the best guild I have been in probably my whole World of Warcraft playing career. And that guild is, can anyone take a guess? Cozmic's Playground. So what I've done, I have gathered a few of the more frequently asked questions, whether it's from the members or from officers, and what they hear online. So I am going to go through and try and give you guys a little more perspective on what Cozmic's Playground is, what it is that we do, our principles, our rules, core values, etc., etc. So, first question is, how long has Cozmic's Playground been around? Initially, it was founded back in April of 2011 by Kazi, Layla, and Pedra. And they ran a very successful guild, and in June 2013, the guild died out. I don't know if someone killed it, buried the body, not sure. But 2 months later, less than 2 months later, Kazi, also known as Cosmic Miss, or Tanya, love you girl, resurrected the guild August 1st, 2013, and it's been going strong all the way to the present. Let me go ahead and just put the link in here one more time. I'm going to make a macro with this. Alright. Yes, Derber, I need to make a macro. So, second question. Who runs Cozmic's Playground? Who runs this extremely big organization? Well, the answer to that is our lovely OCD-driven, mega organized, spank your ass if you don't do your job, Cozmic Miss, or affectionately known as Cozy or Coz. She's a tiny gnome, always found at a mailbox or the bank or auction house, always in Stormwind. Unless it's some asinine reason that Stormwind City is on fire, she'd probably still be at the mailbox. I got pictures to prove it too. And behind her are 18, including me, 18 of the greatest officers possibly any guild could ask for. We work extremely well together. There's lots of communication, and nobody's gotten killed yet, so I would say that's kind of a plus. So each officer has 3 chores, from events and giveaways to public relations and recruiting, which I do. Those last 2 I do. These chores not only take a lot of stress off of Cozy, where guild leaders try and do everything themselves. She has a whole team of officers who are ready and willing to do what they can to make CPG a better place. But it does allow the guild to run smoothly, and thus giving the members a great, hopefully painless experience. And also, something the members may not know, the officers of the guild, along with Cozy, have a Facebook chat for discussing business, and Cozy makes sure everyone is communicating, or else. Next question, it's a pretty important one in regards to the guild, is what are the core principles behind CPG? So our rules are plain and simple. Loyalty, which is possibly the biggest one in my opinion. So it's loyalty, respect, helpfulness, no elitist attitudes, 0 tolerance on bullying. I'll go more into that later. And we are a very family-oriented guild. So there's no swearing in guild chat. We do have a mumble for more adult conversations. But guild chat, we keep that clean. And my phone just decided to screw up on me. Okay. So members who violate these principles, which is what I get asked a lot, the first offense is just gonna be a casual warning of, hey, try and keep this language out of G-chat, and respect your fellow members. For the second offense, it's more of a private chat with an officer, and it's your final warning. Third offense, you're terminated from the guild. And if you've left on really bad terms, there's a 99% chance that you will not be brought back in. Let me come back to the bullying topic, because I know that's a big one when, thousands of millions of people are hiding behind a computer. And Rosie, stand up. Here we go. So, bullying is subject to immediate termination of guild membership. I have never seen a bully actually brought back into the guild. Also, respect, which is that second value I brought up. Respect doesn't only go to inside the guild, it also extends outside of it. And if a member is reported as disturbing or trolling another guild's RP event, it is subject to officer review and possible termination, depending if you stopped when you were asked to. And if you didn't, I'll be the one to tie you up on the post and flog you until you apologize. Alright, next question. Which I admittedly had a little bit of trouble with. How many different raid, RP, and PvP groups does Cozmic's Playground have, and who are the leaders? Okay, so first off is our progression raid team, and I'll actually be talking with them in a different video. The current raid leader, god of all bosses, is Defy the Gods, also known as Khadgar, and his assistant lead, basically the person who brings the good stuff to the raid and covers Defy's butt, is, I call him Nitty. I think it's pronounced Nitus. I may have just butchered that. Next is PvP, which a lot of people have been asking about. So we do have an official PvP officer, which is Dark Logic, to me also known as Uncle Phil. And he's the one in charge of all PvP events. So if you're interested in that, contact Dark Logic. And RP, everyone's favorite topic. Hello, we on RP server. So the current officer for RP, believe it or not, is not me. Even though I tried to be, I was at one point. Not anymore. The current leader is Shoju. Yeah, I may have just butchered that too, so I apologize. But besides the official RP events that he puts on, which you will find on the calendar, several other independent RP events do take place during the week. For me, I host the bi-weekly costume contest, which everyone absolutely loves, and at some point I will be live streaming that with everyone in Mumble, so take note of that. And the parade the day after. So Saturday is the costume contest, Sunday is the parade. And we also have the pub crawl, which is hosted by Annual. She's very sweet. She does a great job of it. It was hosted by Mama-san at one point, but that mantle has, that torch has been passed down. And all RP events, no matter who is hosting it, will be on the calendar at least a week in advance. Next question. How many alts can we have in the guild? Damn it, Rosie, stand up. This is not nappy time. Okay. Back to the questions. How many alts can we have in the guild and why? No, Derber, she does not get a break. I'm going to do this so that she can't sit down. Haha. I win again. Okay. Back to alts. I wonder why it's not showing me any viewers in the corner. Oh well. So right now, Blizzard has a cap on how many characters can be in one guild, which is, I can't remember if it's 999 or 1,000. I think it's 1,000. Due to this limitation, we do have to limit how many characters can be in the guild. And right now, the limitation is all members, including officers, so we do not get special treatment, is your main and 4 alts. Cozmic's Playground is incredibly well known and the largest guild on the Wormrest Accord server. So we want to bring in as many brand new members as possible, but we still try and be fair to the current members who want to bring in alts. And I've actually heard people say, well, I end up playing on my main more because, my alt's in a different guild, or they didn't know the alt policy of being able to bring one in. So, once again, 1 main, 4 alts. P.S. That is subject to change at any time if we end up having a major influx. But right now we are sitting at looks like 884 players and 573 unique accounts. So yay, yes. Next question. How do we communicate events or cancellations of events to members? Which is extremely tricky with cancellations. So in guild chat, you'll see officers posting event macros, but the best reference is checking the calendar. Kazi is obsessed with keeping this calendar full. And don't even try to fight, you know it's true. So even if it's 2-3 times a week, just click that little button in the corner, open up the calendar, and see what's going on. We do try and do cancellations if we know far enough in advance. But here's where that part comes in. Real life, those situations arise, and there's nothing that we can't do anything about it. We can't say, oh, you can't go to the hospital, you have a parade to do. No, that doesn't fly here. So it could be extremely last minute, like the 5-minute mark. All officers, we are in constant contact with each other through Facebook officer chat. So if there's an officer online they will try and contact the event leader. And more than likely they'll be able to. Or if they can't, we do have some officers that will step in and host the event. I guess guest host the event. We do ask in those events, please be patient and understanding. Real life for us always comes first, no matter what. If you have a sick child, you tend to that child. You know, that's far more important than, you know, a few pixels in a game. And this was actually a funny question. When will Kazi hit level 110? Ask yourself this. How long did Kazi stay, what was it, level 91? Until someone bought her, I think it was Legion, and then she got boosted to 100. So she's going to reach 110 probably when they release a 110 boost that you can buy for real money. Because she will drop it. Or someone else will drop it for her. I mean, this chick, she doesn't leave her mailbox. And I swear to God, she sleeps in it too. Let me bring up my little list here. Okay, so I did get one question about how long I've been in Cozmic's Playground. And I kind of was going to save this, but I'm going to go ahead and end this first video with this question. So initially, I started out as a recruit, just like anyone else. And that was in November of 2014. And 2 months later, in January 2015, I approached Kazi about wanting to be an officer and helping out more. So eventually I was allowed as an officer on a trial basis. There ended up being some personal struggles, but at that point, Kazi and I mean, we're great friends now, but at that point, Kazi and I were butting heads. Swear to God. And it got to the point where I said, screw it. And later that month, I left the guild, which she still reminds me of to this day. And that was during a major guild split, which was not pretty in the slightest. And 5 months later, I pretty much came crawling back to Kazi and talked to her for a little bit and said, asked, can I come back? And I could. So she brought me back in, and at the time I started back as a member. It was my decision to start back as a member and kind of regain that trust. And later on, I want to say it was like late 2015, she allowed me to come back as an officer. And I've been an officer here ever since. So total time in Cozmic's Playground has been right around about 3 years now. But good God, it seems so much longer. I actually saw a Zalindri. Who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? Um, hmm. I would probably have to say Raphael. He was definitely my favorite. Let's see what other questions we got here. And if my cat would stop crawling on my computer, it'd be even better. Okay, so an introduction to Rosie. Where was Rosie born, and who was her family? It's actually a very sad tale. She was born in Nomergon to a blacksmith named Topher and his wife Delilah. Rosie has a brother named Gelwick. She has a sister-in-law, Lily Luna, who is a baker, the culinary chef in Stormwind University. And most recently, Derber, where are you? Where are you, Derby? Ah, there's my Derby. Most recently, Rosie got married to this delightful little gnome. And dear God, they look so cute together. His name's Derber, and she very affectionately calls him Derby. So cute. So, Topher and Delilah died in the radiation blast that destroyed Nomergon. And the two children were brought to the surface and literally thrown as far as humanly possible from Nomergon and the devastation. And about 2 weeks later, they were found in a cave, extremely dirty and starving and terribly malnourished. And Rosie was clutching Gelwick and crying. They were rescued and flown to Stormwind, where after recuperating, they were adopted by a very, very special gnome mage, Cozmic. Yeah. Cozy is Rosie's adoptive mother. That's the little secret that I was going to reveal tonight. So, what can you expect from future videos? I will do a video series with each of the officers, because a lot of people don't know the names of all the officers and what they do in the guild. So you can look forward to each officer having their own video interview with Rosie and some more adventures with Rosie. I think that's pretty much it for now. If you have any questions that you want to ask the officers, or that you want me to answer more in depth about Rosie, I will have a Meet the Player, which will be about me and how I came to create Rosie, the struggles that I've put her through, and why I became a healer, and a damn good one, if I may say so myself. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me in game or even comment below this video, and I'll make sure to answer them in a future video. So for now, sayonara, good evening, and have a wonderful night and safe travels.